Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about the fall glam. We're in the month of September and I thought, you know, summer's gone, and even though we don't really get fall or the fall temperatures here in Florida, well, actually in Miami, let me not say Florida, because like Orlando gets cold, Tallahassee gets cold, Miami is like hot until probably like December, and then in December it's kind of maybe throw on a sweater. No. Yeah, I guess you can throw on a sweater. But either way, let's not get off topic here. Let's stick to today's video. It's going to be my very first fall look, so I'm very excited. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you are interested in this look, then please keep watching. Alright guys, so first I'm going to be priming my eye with the Too Faced Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer just to keep everything in place. Next, I'm going to set this primer with a flesh tone color just to make blending a lot easier. The color I used is from a Coastal Scents palette, but you can use any color that you like. This is just going to help make the blending process much easier, especially if you're not a pro like myself. The next shade I'm going to be using is from the NYX Love in Paris palette. They actually don't have names, but they are numbered, so I'm going to be using the number 6, and this color is going to be my transition shade. It's going to help the blending process much easier, and it's going to help the shades transition into one another more nicely. The next color that I'm going to be using is from Milani. It is Bella Mandarin. It's a satin matte eyeshadow. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this color and I'm going to put it in the same area where we put the color from the NYX palette. We're just going to go ahead and blend this color back and forth to add a little bit of dimension and still trying to stay in these neutral shades. You know, when you're trying to do a fall look, especially if you're going to be adding some reddish colored eyeshadows or brown, you want to make sure that everything kind of blends in together, and you want to stay in the same family as like the NYX shade that we used and then the Bella Mandarin color that we're using now. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this in. Now shifting gears, we're going to go back into the NYX Love in Paris palette. I'm going to be using the number 4, which is a nice neutral brown, and I'm going to use a Morphe M139 brush, and I'm just going to apply this again into my crease, but I'm going to use this brush instead of the other brush I was using, which was an e.l.f. Concealer brush, which is a little bit fatter. This one is going to concentrate the color more closely to your crease and not apply it to the mid-length of your lid. So just go ahead and blend this into your crease. Now here I just fast forwarded a little bit, but what I did is just go back into that brown shade just to intensify a little bit more, and I just blended as much as I could until I noticed that the color looked a little more darker. Horrible grammar. Now I'm going to grab this shade, which is a cranberry shade in the NYX Love in Paris palette, which is the number 9, and I'm going to go ahead and blend this with the same Morphe 139 brush into the crease of my eye. If you want to intensify this look, you can definitely do so. It's your look, so add as much color or as little color as you'd like. Alright guys, this next color doesn't have a name, or you actually can't buy it in the store, so I do apologize, but I am going to be using a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to be spraying the e.l.f. mist spray on it just so that the color is a little more intensified. Next, I am going to be using the Bella Black shade from Milani, and I'm going to apply this to the outer V corners of my eye. And again, you can intensify this color as much as you want. And now just to make sure the colors are blended, I'm going to go back and forth with my e.l.f. concealer brush and just blend everything out. Now I'm going to be using a dark red lip liner for my waterline. You can use any color you want. Some people prefer black. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the Bella Black Milani shade, and I'm going to apply that to my bottom lashes. So I'm going to blend that out as much as I can. And then once I'm done blending this, I'm going to go back in with the number 9 color from the NYX Love in Paris palette. I'm going to apply this also under my eyeliner, and just blend it out. Now I'm going to curl my lashes and apply mascara. I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex because I cannot find my CoverGirl. So this will have to do. The next thing I'm going to do is apply foundation. I'm going to use Makeup Forever's HD foundation in the color N126. And I will be using a Morphe M442 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. Also, I did use a face primer from Too Faced. I do believe it's called the Hangover Face Primer, but you know. Now I'm going to apply some concealer, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me. It's in the color Fair, and I'm going to blend this out with a beauty blender that already has translucent powder to set it. Moving on to contour, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in medium, and I'm going to contour, as you can see, fast forwarding because it takes me forever to film this. And to warm up my face, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild bronzer called Ticket to Brazil, and I'm going to apply this all over my face. For blush, I'm using Flirt in the color Heartthrob on my cheeks. And for the best highlighter ever, I will be using the Balm's Mary Luminizer, and I'm going to apply this with a fan brush all over my face because I love that glow. And now for the star of the show, because it would not be Fall Glam without this color, I will be using Anastasia's Liquid Lipstick in Sad Girl. It is a beautiful shade that can be used for fall, can use this for summer, day and night, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Just remember to take your time applying it. Alright ladies and gentlemen, that completes this look. Please subscribe if you haven't already, like and comment, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye now. See you later.